Hello, once again, welcome to Unboxed God, where we detox from religion and discover the God who refuses to fit inside the boxes we were given. I'm Tolu Sarah Johnson, and here we explore who God really is beyond fear, beyond formulas, and beyond everything we were taught apart from. If you're hungry for a real relationship with Him, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. Still on the book. Father, make me yours only. Becoming God's robot, not by force, but by love. Yes. So this is chapter 14. When the Spirit overrides your impulse. Yes. Grace interrupts you before destruction does. Surrender is beautiful when it's intentional. When you choose to say, Yes, Lord, even when it costs you. But there are moments in a believer's journey where a simple yes is not enough, where the timing is urgent, where the flesh is loud, where trauma is screaming, where Satan is whispering, and where the next 10 seconds change everything. It is in this rare, dangerous, high-risk intersection of life that the Holy Spirit must become more than a gentle guide. It becomes a divine emergency brake, a collision avoidance system, a circuit breaker of mercy, pulling you away from the edge you didn't see. Not because he forces obedience, but because he overrides your free will. But not because he forces obedience, rather, not because he overrides your free will, but because grace refuses to let you destroy yourself. This is the override of the Spirit. Not denomination, not domination, not control, but intervention powered by love. And every destructive action begins as a moment, a single thought, a flicker of emotion, a sudden rise of anger, a flash of desire, an impulse that feels small but carries enormous consequences. The Bible calls this the works of the flesh, the part of you that still resists God, the part shaped by trauma, old habit, learned reactions, and satanic suggestion. The flesh is loud, the spirit is gentle, but the spirit is stronger. The flesh wants to react, retaliate, speak too quickly, indulge desire, prove a point, take control, rush ahead, seek comfort in sin, meditate pain with addiction, follow emotions blindly. The flesh does not care about your future. The flesh lives only for the relief, ego, and impulse. And behind the flesh, very often is Satan or one of his demons. And this is what Matthew had to learn. Many of the darkest thoughts he experienced were not him at all. They were external assault, whispered temptations, strategies from hell meant to pull him into shame, addiction, or self-destruction. And when the thoughts are not yours, you cannot fight them with shame, only with the Spirit. This is why the Holy Spirit must sometimes intervene before impulse becomes behavior. Yes, I've had that instances in my life as well. And when you look at grace as the immediate circuit breaker, when the flesh rises and danger is near, the Holy Spirit moves like a circuit breaker, cutting the power to a destructive impulse before it gains momentum. This override really looks dramatic. Most of it looks like a sudden discomfort, a loss of peace, a nudge that says stop, a strange hesitation, a sudden loss of desire. a heaviness in your chest, a whisper, walk away. This is not control. This is interruption born from mercy. Yes, and the Holy Spirit never shames us. Shame is the voice of religion. Shame is the voice of Satan. Shame controls, manipulates, condemns. Conviction, however, is gentle, is specific. It lifts your chin instead of lowering your head. Conviction says you're better than this. You are loved. Come this way instead. The override is always wrapped in gentleness. And what grace does is it reduces the power of temptation. When someone is dealing with deep trauma or addiction, pornography, prostitution, rage, compulsion, the temptations often feels like a level 10 out of 10. Without healing, without emotional wholeness, without grace, you cannot expect a person to white knuckle their way to purity. Jesus himself said the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So sometimes grace enters the mind and drops the temptation from a 10 to 2, making it resistible. This has happened to me as well, where I'll be tempted to do something that I know is not right. But in that same thought, I will allow Holy Spirit. There's been instances where Jesus would tell me, Tolu, you need to obey your husband. When he's done something that you're not happy, just tell me, speak to me about it. But my mind would just want to speak immediately instead of following the instruction of Jesus. And each time I just listen, which is, Jesus, I hand it over to you. Before you know it, my husband would just be more calmer. I'm like, this thing works. He works really well. And this is love. This is not condemnation, not holiness by force. This is grace helping you, adjusting the chemistry of temptation so obedience becomes possible. And we all experienced constant temptations in different areas of our life. And sometimes we just need the Holy Spirit just to interject. And the Spirit may stop you from sending a message you regret. Yes, it stopped me like that. From watching a harmful video, from entering a conversation that will trigger you, from replying in anger. Someone sent me a message last year, January. The message was really horrible. And what they were blaming me for, I didn't even do any of that. But I bowed to what the Holy Spirit said. The Holy Spirit said, don't reply, ignore. And I think that's the most powerful thing you could do. There's an idea that says silence is the best answer for a fool. But your flesh wanted to do otherwise. Your flesh wanted you to walk into the wrong person's influence, stay somewhere dangerous, make a decision out of panic, repeating an old destructive pattern, wasting money, revisiting a past addiction. The spirit override is not punishment, it is preservation. And when Matthew is watching something online and the spirit needs him to stop, he interrupts the flow. He does that to me as well. And he knows how to redirect our attention or shift the algorithm of my YouTube. This is the guidance at the cellular level. And the Holy Spirit does not override your impulse to control you. He interrupts to protect, preserve, restore, and align you. So anytime you see the Holy Spirit interrupting your plan, know that there's a better plan in place. It protects you from yourself. Sometimes the greatest danger to your destiny is not devil. It is your own unhealed reaction. It is yourself. So grace steps in. It protects your calling. Some believers carry assignments so critical, like Matthew, that decisive intervention is sometimes necessary. It's not punishment, it's not wrath, it's urgency. A grace power detour to keep the vessel intact. And it keeps you from accumulating painful consequences. Sin is forgiven instantly. Consequences are not. So God intervenes to save you from consequences that would have taken years to heal. It's not restricting your freedom. It's preserving your life. He is preserving, he realigns our life if we commit it into his hand. There are times I've done things that I don't confess, but God does not take that against me. He realigns me quickly. Let's finish with this analogy. The vehicle's collision avoidance system. Picture yourself driving at high speed towards a cliff. You are distracted. Your hands are still on the wheel. You think you are in control. Your flesh says, I manage. But you don't see the danger. Your car is equipped with a collision avoidance system. The warning, conviction, a quick beep, a nudge, a warning light. Your spirit feels it. Stop. Don't do it. Turn away. It comes like a conviction. The override, which comes like grace. You ignore the warning. You keep drifting towards the cliff. Now the automatic emergency brake activates. And the system momentarily overrides your steering input. It slams the brake, ejects the vehicle away. It protects you from dying. Recently, I was coming from school, and a car just, from school run for my children, a car just swerved into my lane. I don't know how my leg got to the brake to slam it hard. I knew that was Holy Spirit that override. I interjected there just to save me. And the purpose, did the car shame you? No. Did the system punish you? No. It intervened because it was designed to protect what carries the manufacturer's seal. Grace intervenes because heaven refuses to watch you crash. Grace interrupts you before destruction does. So as we conclude this chapter, the spirit override does not violate your free will. It honors your destiny. Every pause is protection. Every hesitation is mercy. Every interruption is love. Every dropped temptation is grace. Every redirection is purpose. When the spirit overrides your impulse, it's not stopping your life. It's saving it. And this is what it means to be God's beloved. He guides gently, but when necessary, he intervenes fiercely. And if you surrender to his interruption, your testimony will echo this truth. He saved me from hell, but he also saved me from myself. God bless.